Good evening, LTL Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Anita. This is Live Talks Live on the topic past, today from the beautiful island of Koh Tao in Thailand. Now, in Thailand, people say that the past is like a clock. It's only moving forward and never backwards. And clock in Thailand means navigao. So I hope I pronounce it correctly. Yesterday, my sister and me were sitting in a restaurant and we were talking about past experiences in our families, like situations with our parents, with each other, and so on and so on. And the funny situation was that even though my sister and me were both present at the same time in the same situation, we both had different memories about it. And that kind of made me think, is the past really real the way we perceive it in our mind? Or isn't our mind maybe the biggest editor that we can have? Because it uses clips from our past experiences and our memories and basically creates its own story. So what my sister, for example, remembers from the past, I remember differently and vice versa. The past is our biggest teacher. And as opposed to what most people think, it should not define you. Every day in your life, you become a different person. You are today not the same person you were 1 week ago, or leave alone even 1 year ago or 10 years ago. So we should not let the past define us, and we should not let the past especially control us. So many people I meet on a daily basis that let the past control them, that think so much about their past experiences, which creates a lot of times fear as well in them. Now, of course, it depends whether you had a beautiful past or, as opposed to some other people, a very negative past. And what our mind tends to do, other than to creating clips as to how we perceive our past and our realities, when we had a very bad past, we create a detachment from it. That means we like to avoid thinking about it, and we don't like the person that we were in that moment. When we love our past and the experiences we have made, we create an attachment to it. And the attachment in that sense is we like to think about it, we like to dwell on it a lot of times, and we love the person we were at that time. But again, we always forget that that person we were back then is not the person we are today. I never thought I would be a motivational speaker and a coach ever in my life. I remember when I was back in school, and I'm talking about high school, not university, we used to have really bad students in our class that were bullying us. Raising their hands and even speaking was sometimes really a struggle for us because we were scared of their feedback. So for me, speaking up in public a lot of times was a problem because I was scared of what people might think, of what people might say to me. So I had to overcome my past experiences and the fears I had from the past, accept them for who they were, learn from them, and especially grow through them. Because no matter what happens in life to you, and no matter what kind of bad experiences you may have had, maybe you have so many regrets of things you have done in your past that you would like to change if you could. But as the Thailand people say, the clock is moving forward. You can never change it back. And why would you want to do that? The past belongs to our life the same way the present moment does, and the same way the future does. A lot of times when you look at the past, we perceive the past as something fearful, something mystical, and something we tend to think we know all about. The present we do often perceive as a gift, because it is. Life is not guaranteed, and tomorrow is not promised to anybody. And we think so much about our future and plan for the future. But to be very honest with you, we fear the future because it's uncertain, and sometimes we fear the past. But when we live in our current moment, in what we have right now, this is where fear, first of all, has no space, and where second of all the true magic lies, because only in the present moment it is where you can change your life. And I've spoken to a couple of Thai people living here, especially on the islands, because they come from different places in Asia, and I've asked them about their past and if they still think about it, because most of them come from so poor families. They didn't even have food to eat, and they live so far away from the families. And they say they don't think about it. They are happy where they are. They're happy to have a job, and they're looking with excitement towards the future. So the past is a beautiful thing, and no matter if your past was difficult, was fantastic, or was simply both, because it is mostly both for most of us. to the past. I'm so sorry, we have really weak internet connection over here in Thailand, so please forgive me if I disappear sometimes. I'm still here. So you can either let the past control you, or you can rise above it. And if you want to give your present and your future a real chance, live in the present moment and take your past as your biggest teacher. Because that's really what the past is. It is beautiful to have a past. Some people don't even think about it. And they're the ones who actually live the happiest. And when we do have beautiful memories, we do love to think about them and to recap them. Because our past is like a wonderful rainbow. It's full of memories of joy, happiness, love, laughter, but also of conditioning, pain, suffering, heartbreak, hatred, anger. But the first thing we gotta do is, no matter how much we hang on to the past, for whatever reasons, or how much we judge ourselves for things we have done or not done, or other people for what they have done to us, most importantly, it is to accept whatever happened, and forgive yourself and others for it. Let go of the past. That is really so beautiful. The time and the clock is moving forward, and so are you in your life. And this is what we are all here for. We are here to move forward. Use your past as a catalyst to pull you towards your present and your future. Don't use it as a judgment day, because that's not what the past is. The past belongs to our lives as well as everything else. And we have family members, situations, careers that belong to our past, our present, and as well to our future. So embrace it. And the only time you should actually really look to the past is just to see how far you have come today. So I hope that my talk today on past from beautiful Thailand could trigger your mind a little bit. And I hope that you forgive yourself for whatever you're judging yourself in the past and the people around you. Life is too short, let it all go and just move forward, because that's what life is about. Naviga, as the Thai people say. So please like and share our videos, leave your comments. We as always love to hear from you. Go to our website at lifetalkslife.com. Visit us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram account. And tune in tomorrow as Omar and Dunya are taking on past. I'll see you next week from Koh Phangan in Thailand. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. God bless you and goodbye.